this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to replace an injector on a V6 3-litre TDI engine. This car is a Porsche 958. It's a 2013. I've had it for about a year and a half now. It's got the 3-litre diesel in it, and it's shared with a lot of other vehicles. It's a VAG group engine, so it's shared with Audi Q7, Volkswagen Touareg, and lots of other cars that have the 3-litre TDI. So this video should apply for lots of different cars, not just Porsches. If you're a subscriber of the channel, you know I already had the engine valley coolant leak in this car, which was a real ordeal. Once I got that fixed though, the car has run absolutely sweet, and it's been an absolute pleasure until I had an unfortunate situation where I had my first breakdown in the car recently. Picture the scene. I was on the way to bring in the new year with my family. I was running a bit late, as you do. I was cruising at a fair clip, and then suddenly I heard a very loud bang and a shudder that rippled through the car. With that, the car lost all power. The engine stalled whilst I was still rolling, and I coasted down to a lay-by, hoping it was just a blip, and this car has plenty of nuances. I gave the car a few minutes to settle, and then I power cycled it, hoping that it'd just start up and run normally again and I could continue. Alas, it wasn't to be. The car was idling terribly, it was really lumpy, it barely had the strength to even pull away in first gear. It was running on 3 cylinders, which is exactly how it felt to me. With it being late on New Year's Eve, there was no chance I was going to get recovery, and not at a price I was going to be prepared to pay anyway at that time. So I ended up crawling it home in limp mode, where it had absolutely no power. Even with your foot flat to the floor, it would just creep forward at 30 miles an hour maximum, and it would take ages to build up to there as well. But I got it home safe. Even before scanning the codes, my initial suspicion was it was going to be an injector. But here's where it started to get a bit confusing to me as somebody that's more comfortable working on older, simpler cars. I did feel quite sure the V6 was only running on 3 cylinders based on how rough it was idling. I felt like I'd confirmed that to myself by setting the car running when I'd got it back to the garage and unplugging injectors to see if it actually made a difference to the running, and I found that even unplugging the injectors on bank A, the car ran just as badly, not worse, not better. Logic says the likelihood of all 3 injectors failing on bank A at the same time is incredibly improbable. So I knew that was the most unlikely thing to have happened. So the problem to me must have been something upstream of the injectors, something that applies to the entire bank A of cylinders. The only things I could come up with would be the wiring or the ECU. I should actually add a quick word of warning here with the piezo valve injectors. Now, I've been told subsequently that you absolutely must not unplug the piezo injectors while the car is running. Because of the way they work, you could potentially unplug it at the wrong moment and have the injector stick open. If the injector sticks open, it'll fill the cylinder full of diesel, and that could actually be catastrophic and kill the engine. So you really shouldn't do that. The proper procedure would be turn the car off, unplug the injector, start the car again, see if it makes a difference, and then repeat that for all the injectors. That's what I should have done. Now I know. So I headed online to read forum posts and try to figure out and diagnose the problem with the car that would be affecting the entire of bank A. I managed to confirmation bias myself, as you do, because it turns out that these cars commonly do have problems with the wiring that affects lots of things at the same time. And they also have a very common issue with the ECU, because where the ECU is positioned just underneath the windscreen cowl, water can drop directly onto the ECU, and there's a little vent on it that some people, especially people with Q7s I believe, of a certain age, where there's a vent on it and the water seeps into the vent in the ECU and it kills the ECU, and the injector control just so happens to be in the most vulnerable spot on the board apparently. So I was getting towards being very confident it was the ECU, and I'd checked the wiring and it looks immaculate, so I was really confident chafed wires wouldn't be the issue. So I'd got myself certain that I had a failed ECU in this car. My next step was to call out an auto electrician I've worked with before, who is apparently an expert in ECUs as well as wiring. Now, what I really was hoping was he'd offer me some way forward, having confirmed the issue, that didn't involve going to a Porsche dealer, because my pockets unfortunately are not that deep. Now, embarrassingly, he did a lot of testing with the various pieces of equipment he's got, and he confirmed that the only injector he was getting strange readings on was cylinder 2's injector, so the middle cylinder on bank A. The others were all testing fine, but the electrical response he was getting from cylinder 2, there was definitely something a bit strange with that one. So he concluded that actually there was one injector. It was a hell of a lot of time, effort and money to spend to get back to my original suspicion that there was one injector that had gone. He did of course run through the wiring and test everything and confirm that everything looked absolutely sound, so we were very confident at that point injector 2 had failed. With just injector 2 unplugged, doing the proper method of power cycling the car ran a lot better. It, funnily enough, felt like it ran on 5 cylinders instead of on 3, so that further confirmed the injector 2 being the problem. With that, I ordered a replacement injector from Bosch, and things get even stranger from here, so let's pick this up when I got the new injector in hand. Injector notation. Okay, we've got a coding value, so we can change this. 8IHWH5F. Write code. Success. So with that new injector swapped in and the injector coded to the car using the launch tool, the car now runs perfectly. It's been running flawlessly for weeks, which is a huge relief because I was getting quite worried. I do think I should go back and potentially plan to change all of those copper washers, the injector seals, on all the 5 other cylinders as well, because I now have very low confidence on those. But I did go around and give the clamps an extra little nip on all 5 cylinders because it just felt prudent at the time. None of them were loose like cylinder 2 was, but I just gave them a little bit of an extra nip just for a bit of reassurance. Subsequently though, I have been experiencing an annoying intermittent buzzing noise from the car's amplifier. These are very needy cars, these, it turns out, although when it's all working it really is great. Don't forget that I've linked everything I used in the video in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to see how I fix that amp.